else.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Doc has been sensational.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Here is Samuels. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Dion Waiters is out there with Doc. And it's Roberson in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Now Haywood, 23 points in the game. Screen by Ibaka. And slam dunk by Haywood.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Stops, pops, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And that one misses. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Shot clock at 6. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Up top, Haywood. He's got 25. 3 on the clock. From the top of the key, it's rebounded by Golden State. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
And Clark, I agree. The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need to avoid that.
Beyond the arc. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's a foul called on Doc. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for the chosen one.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star. Was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaints, putting the team first.
The chosen one, he's checked in for the Warriors. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. It's Iguodala with the drive. And there. goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
From deep, Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Iguodala against Haywood. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Here is Samuels. Haywood covering. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Samuels can't get it to go.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And the shots just continue.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line. Just absolute domination in this one for Haywood. He's got 32 points and a very productive day for him at the foul line.
I'll say it. I mean, he's drawing fouls in just about every way imaginable.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for the chosen one. Haywood kicks to Cantor. 6 to shoot. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Warriors trail by 20. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Livingston. Thunder with the rebound. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Gets it off and released. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here is Haywood. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Livingston in at the point.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And it's well off target.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And here now the Thunder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Haywood. Here's Cantor. And Waiters kicks to Haywood. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And it's the Warriors on the break. Barnes with the ball. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk. And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
The chosen one, he's checked in for Sean Livingston.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and it ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Here's Thompson. The 17-footer goes down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Haywood. A three-pointer off the mark. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25 and 27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Again, Oklahoma City.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
The 3, and good on the basket. Book it. Haywood's got 47 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the shot is good.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Screened by Ibaka. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Timeout called the Warriors. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's a screen by Cantor. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. Haywood, no good.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul. Now, here is Haywood. D right on him. Screen by Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Haywood dishes to Ibaka. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
How about the game for Iguodala? He has 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting, up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Doc. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Green comes in for Festus Ezeli, and it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Festus Ezeli in for Draymond Green. Waiters, and he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 18.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
Roberson the pass to Kanter. Haywood with the ball. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Haywood's got 55.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Free throw good. Livingston. Livingston hits both of them. 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Fires the 3. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This